Let's start with Gestalt therapy. Gestalt therapy is commonly known as here and now therapy of Dr. Frederick Fritz. He is a German psychiatrist and commonly known as Fritz Perls in 1940. So he is the founder of Gestalt therapy. And he argues that if we perceive or if we view a person, we need to view the person holistically. As a Gestalt principle, each person has slice like a pie. Example, um, if a person is depressed, do not view a person, oh, that person is depressed, because he also have different slice in his life. That person is depressed, but he is also a loving father. He is also a good educator. Rather than identifying someone, oh, that person, Frederick, is a depressed person. Do not label a person with one slice of a pie. You need to view the person holistically. You need to combine different slices of their life. Yes, he is depressed, but he is a good educator. He is a loving father. He is honest. He is faithful. Those slices in his life is a component of his personality rather than identifying someone as just only one slice. Oh, Frederick is a depressed person. No, do not identify someone by having one slice of the pie. Identify someone with the holistic or the totality of his character and not just only one character. That's the principle of Gestalt that Dr. Fritz wants to impart to us. So this particular Gestalt therapy focuses on the present conditions. So the major thing that you need to consider here in Gestalt therapy is it will make you realize what is happening now in your life. It is not about the past. We will just only acknowledge the past, but we are living in the present. So, what you will do in your present life is the most important thing. This is the key concept of digital therapy, the present. That's why it is being called as here and now therapy. Live with the present and act now and do whatever it takes just for you to surpass those challenges. So instead of simply talking about past situations, excuse me, clients or patients are encouraged to experience them, perhaps through reenactment. Later on, you could see some techniques of how they could reenact. So reenactment is like you are showing to the therapist or you are showing to the person that you're consulting if what is your current emotion. You need to express your current emotion to the person who is actually helping you. For example, I am a teacher and my student is having a problem with his grades. Part of the digital therapy is like you will ask the student, what is your experience now? Are you frustrated? Yes. If the student say yes, you're frustrated. Can you enact or can you give me an idea how you became frustrated? Express your frustration to me because expression is an outlet. So it will be a relief. Remember, if we're sad, if we cry, crying is a form of outlet to express ourselves. After crying, we felt a little bit relief because that's one of the mechanism of a person. If we're sad, we cry. And crying is a way or a strategy for us to be relieved. Those are the negative emotions that we need to have. Sorry, the negative emotions that we need to be expressful. If you're experiencing sadness and you are just keeping it to yourself, you are not expressing those negative thoughts and negative emotions. Nothing will happen to you. It will just only progress to depression rather than always express those negative emotions. If you're going to go back with our example for those students who are frustrated and you are the teacher, tell your student, okay, express your frustration to me. I am willing to catch and I am willing to be a basin for you to express your own emotion. You could tell whatever you want to me because you're frustrated, just for you to be relieved, just for you to express that negative emotions. That's one of the examples of Gestalt therapy. So, one of the goals is to alleviate unresolved anger, pain, anxiety, resentment, and other negative feelings. One of the key goal here is they need to express those thoughts and emotions. You will have a psychological problem if you yourself will just contain and will not express these emotions. Major problem for males is they keep on thinking that I'm strong, that I am tough. I don't need to express that. I can manage it on my own. Usually males do not express themselves because it will be a sign of weakness for them. But it will not make you lesser as a person if you cry. It will not be bad for you if you express your anger, if you experience or if you express the pain. What you are doing is a part of Gestalt therapy wherein you're expressing these negative emotions. So what if you cried? So what if you shouted? So what if you expressed your pain? As long as you're not hurting someone, that's fine. Because the ultimate goal here is for you to express this emotion and throw out the excess baggage that you're feeling within you. You need to get out with those baggages and you need to throw those baggages within your heart just for you to be relieved. You need to express yourself. You need to have a freedom in terms of your emotion. You need to get it out. So those are again the difficult situations for males and um for those people who are in the higher position, in the management position. They think that I am a strong person because I'm a manager. I cannot cry. I am one of the top officials, so I cannot express myself. These are one of the problems as well with the uniform personnels, the policemen, military, um, firefighters. They're human beings. They are experiencing negative emotions, but they are thinking that they're tough and brave and they cannot express it because it's a sign of weakness. But they are wrong. Expressing yourself is a sign of a better person. It's a sign of a mature person. Okay? Because they are helping themselves. So these are the techniques that we use for Gestalt therapy. Empathy chair technique. So this technique helps individual to open up and practice talking with an empty chair. For example, in the psychotherapy in psychology, um, if you are experiencing anxiety or depression because you lose someone, one of your significant relatives or your loved ones. You misses him. So you will have an experience of depression. Grab a chair, an empty chair, and imagine that there is a person sitting in the chair, the person that you miss. Especially now, a COVID-19 pandemic had a lot of death within the family members. So if you lose a family member because of COVID-19 pandemic, I think Gestalt therapy will be one of your techniques. So when you lose someone, there's a grief. You're grieving and you're missing that someone, especially if it's an immediate family member. So empty chair technique will help you to express yourself of why you're missing that person. So grab a chair, an empty chair, and imagine the person who died that you misses the most. And then it's like you're talking to him as he is alive. Express how you miss him. Express your thoughts, what you want to tell that person when he's still alive, but you did not tell because you did not expect that that person will die. So that empty chair will works for you. It's like you're telling some stories and you're talking to that person, and the information or the thoughts that you have not given to him while he is still alive. So it's a proper technique just for you to be relieved. Okay. Of course, you will cry because you will miss that person, but the ultimate goal here is to express your thoughts and your emotion to the person who you misses the most. Or example for this empty chair technique is you're mad at your boss, especially in the academe, your supervisor. You grab a chair and then open your frustration, open your anger. Imagine that your boss is sitting in that chair and express your frustrations to your boss. And your frustration will be relieved. It will be expressed. Another thing is the exaggerated technique. Actually, this technique is in process. Okay. First, you need to grab a chair and imagine that you're talking to a person who made you this stress, anxiety, and depression, or the causes of your depression, anxiety, or stress. Imagine that person sitting in that chair. Then you can have an exaggeration technique. So therapist or you yourself um can say exaggerate your feelings. The more that you exaggerate your feelings, you are rooting down with your negative emotions. Once you experience those exaggerations, it will be left out para walang matira na negative emotions. You need to get rid all of your negative emotions using exaggerations. When you exaggerate the emotions that you feel and express with those exaggerated emotions, we are targeting our goal that the negative emotion should be wiped out, all of it, 100%. As we exaggerate the emotion, express the exaggeration, then all of those negative emotions within us will be wiped out. That's the goal of the exaggeration technique. Another thing is the paradoxical change. So it focuses on the need for self acceptance. Now, you express your frustration. You express your emotion because you're stressed, depressed, and anxious. What's next? You need to accept, okay, this is what's happening now. I need to live with it. So, if someone hurts you in the past, do not dwell with the past. Just acknowledge the past that's already part of your past, but do not live with it. Remember, Gestalt therapy is about reality in the present, and you really need to live with your present. So I don't want to be bothered in my conscious state because my past keeps on affecting my current state as a person. You need to let it go. You need to be relieved with your past and accept that it's only part of your past. Those stressors that we feel, just accept it. It's part of life. So, self acceptance is the key. Convince yourself that I can do this. It's only part of my past. Past is past. I am in the present now. I am Ryan in the present in the modern time. Why I am convincing myself? Because I am motivating myself. So, a process of convincing yourself is very important because it's part of the self acceptance. You need to keep on repeating yourself or in your mind that I can do this, I can do this, I will accept this, I need to move forward. Talk to yourself. Again, convince yourself that you need to accept what happened in the past and convince yourself that you need to live in the present time so that your past will not haunt you and affect your current state. When an individual makes peace, because peace of mind is really important. If you let go of your past and accept what's happening now, you will experience peace of mind. And with that peace of mind, you will live in the present condition. Next is the here and now. You accomplish empty chair technique. You imagine and you visualize someone, a stressor, or someone who gives you anxiety, or someone who gives you depression. Then you exaggerate your feeling to that someone. You express your feelings and emotion. Then you had an acceptance. Now, the last process for this technique is the internal state. You will feel that your internal state will be as light as possible. Hindi na siya mabigat sa pakiramdam. And the factors that influence their present life, because you are not carrying excess baggage internally, you will be living your current life as joyful as possible. Because you are just only thinking about the present. Even in the Bible is telling us that do not worry with the future. Do not dwell in the past. Just live with the present. Just only think what is what you will do now. Do not worry with what will happen tomorrow. Do not dwell or do not think about the past which affects you. What important here is you need to live in the present. You already expressed your frustrations, anxiety, depression, and anxiety. You already accepted it. Now, live a life as a person with peace so that you will not be a toxic person, but a person who is full of happiness and joyful heart, and you will be now a vibrant person who will illuminate in this negative moment. You will shine here in the pandemic season. Try to shine and to be a bright light to the people around you so that those person around you could be healed as well. They will be inspired with your life. You can touch their life and they could get your positivity. You need to illuminate your positivity so that those person who are hopeless, who are desperate in life, who are problematic in life, can see a light within you. And you need to give the light to them and share your experiences as well of how you cope up with this problem. Primarily, teach them the Gestalt therapy of how to accomplish and experience peace of mind in your real experience or in your current life.